Okay, we're back in Patch Manager. And to demonstrate how Patch Manager works when it finds a software package that does have an available patch, we're going to deliberately install an old version of Git on one instance. And to do that, we're going to use Session Manager. So scroll down under Actions and click Session Manager. Click the Start Session button. This should look familiar because we have done this before. We'll select the first instance on the list. It does not really matter which one we pick. And then click Start Session. Okay, so we're going to install Git version 2.13.6 by doing a sudo yum install -y git-2.13.6. Looks good to me. Hit enter. And there we go, complete. This is not the latest version of Git available. So after Patch Manager does its scan, it should show this instance as non-compliant. And just for reference, the instance ID ends with C3B. Jumping back over to the Systems Manager Service Console, let's go down to Patch Manager once again, right here under Actions. And now, please click the Configure Patching button. We'll define the instances to patch by using the tag key AWS CloudFormation:stack-name, and the value is auto-scaling-production, and then click the Add button. Scroll down a bit, and now we can optionally select a patching schedule. Click the radio button next to Schedule in a new maintenance window. And then we get some options for building the schedule. You can select a recurring frequency, such as every 30 minutes or every so many hours, or you can specify a time and a day of the week, or even every day. We're going to use the cron schedule builder, and we're going to select a frequency of, let's say, every Sunday at 0400 hours, 4 a.m. If I scroll down a bit more, the maintenance window name, we'll just call this Saturday-4 a.m. And yes, I know it's technically Sunday at 4 a.m., but many people think of this as Saturday night, and this is just the name, so it can actually be whatever works for your team. All right, scroll down a bit more to Patching Operation. Under the Patching Operations section, you can choose whether you want to scan for and install any available and approved patches, or whether you just want to scan for them. In our case, let's go ahead and select Scan Only. And then finally, let's scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, we're already at the bottom. Click the Configure Patching button. And it says at the top, Patch Manager will use maintenance windows to patch your instances. Let's go and click the View Details button. And it takes us to the Scheduled Maintenance window. Now, if you want to customize this further, you can, for example, by configuring a time zone and even setting up a start and an end date for the window. But what we're really interested in is what's going to happen during this maintenance window. Go ahead, please, and click the Tasks tab. Now, recall earlier that we used the Run command feature to install the code deploy agent on our instances. Well, Patch Manager is going to run the command document named AWS-run patch baseline. It's going to use that to scan our instances for patches. Let's go ahead and click the radio button next to this task, and then click the Edit button. Now, there's a lot of options on this page, and I'm going to skip most of them, but scroll down almost to the bottom of the page until you see SNS notifications right there. Now, you can set up SNS to send you notifications about the status of the task. For example, if it fails, you might want to know that. Now, just under that, look at the parameters section, and you can change the operation type by clicking on the drop-down and selecting Install if you want this task to install available packages. We're going to leave it set to scan, and now I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom and click the Cancel button because I do not want to make any changes here. So, all right, our maintenance window is set up, but we want to scan for patches right now. How do we do that? Well, simply by using the Run command. Over on the navigation pane under Actions, right down here, click on Run command. Now click the Run command button. click in the search field and select document name prefix equal, and we're going to type in AWS-run patch. And yes, this is case sensitive. And there we see the AWS run patch baseline document. Go ahead and select that. And then scroll down to command parameters right here. The operation is already set to scan, so we'll leave it at that. Next, the snapshot ID is optional, but AWS recommends that you specify a unique string here. So I will just go ahead and paste in a randomly generated string that I just so happen to have handy. There it is. Feel free to put in whatever random string you want here. Or if you feel like punishing yourself, you can type out the string that I've used, but I don't recommend it. All right, let's go down to targets right down here. And just as when we created the maintenance window using Patch Manager, we can specify tags. So we'll do specifying a tag. And then here, we're going to go ahead and put in AWS CloudFormation stack name. And the tag value is auto scaling production. Click the add button. There we go. Okay, we're almost done. Scroll down to output options all the way down here. And let's go ahead and uncheck enable writing to an S3 bucket. And then all the way at the bottom, I promise we're almost there. Let's go ahead and click the run button. By the way, notice that we have not specified a patch baseline anywhere. Patch Manager selects the patch baseline based on the operating system. Our instances are running Amazon Linux, so Patch Manager uses the default baseline for Amazon Linux, which is the one we looked at in the last clip. After several seconds, the job completes successfully. So this looks good. But what are the results? What patches do we need, if any? To find out, we need to look at configuration compliance.